Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. So if you've been watching the channel for any amount of time, you may have heard me talk about this little guy right here, Sunlit Jade by Ferris Wheel Press. All right, so a little bit of backstory. I got into fountain pens and fountain pen ink and journaling and all of that stuff last year, 2024. And basically since March of 2024, I've been trying to find a dupe for this particular ink. And I think that quest is going to come to an end today, but probably not in the way that you'd think. So in this video, I plan on swatching several different inks that have been recommended as dupes or shown as possible dupes on websites like Mountain of Ink or Ink Swatch. I collected most of these samples over time and haven't had a lot of luck with them, but I got two new contenders here. This guy right here, from Fountain Pen Revolution, Gilded Ivy, and then the Van Dieman's Liquid Luck that I picked up from Pen Chalet. So I thought it'd be a good time to kind of go back, re-swatch things, and see what we see. Also, for the record, I have found Sunlit Jade for sale at a few places. There's a website called The Outsiders that has it for $44.50 in euro, which is almost $50 US dollars at the current conversion rates. And then there's Muse Pens in Hong Kong that has it for much more reasonable $25. But when I went to go check out, the shipping said it was $134. And I have a feeling it was some kind of weird, those were probably Hong Kong dollars and they were showing up on the site as US dollars. I don't know. But anyway, I abandoned that cart super quick. And I've since gone back to look at it to try to read up on it, but they're no longer shipping to the US because of, yay, tariff wars. So anyway, Sunlit Jade, I just realized like holding this thing looks like a little vial of cocaine, doesn't it? I mean, it kind of is, like it's precious. It's clearly expensive, like I just talked about, but this ink is just, oh man, it's just like the perfect green, the perfect gold shimmer. I love this so much. Like I wrote with this so much in my journal. I might put some pictures on the site here somewhere, maybe, from my journal last year, showing it and writing. It's just, I just love it. It's really funny because I went back and I was trying to figure out how long I've been trying to find this thing, and I found the page where it says I had inked it up for the first time. That's nuts. So anyway, all right. So I liked the way that Karina Loves to Plan recently set up one of her pages when she did an ink comparison with trying to find a dupe for Ferris Wheel Press's Buttered Popcorn. She had the main ink kind of in the middle of the page and then went around it with other swatches so that it could be really easily compared to what was in the middle. So I want to do something similar approach to that. Of course, I have an odd number, so I kind of made this design. Maybe it's like a circle or pinwheel. I don't know how it's going to look, you guys. You know, I plan half the stuff and the other half of the stuff, I just let it fly. So I thought also it would be kind of cool to do it not only in my normal ink journal right here, where you can actually kind of see the lines on how I plan to do it a little bit better. But we know that this Cosmo Air Light paper doesn't really show off the characteristics of inks the best, and sometimes it makes it look a little bit weird. So I thought it'd be cool to find a use and repurpose my huge Sterling Ink B5 planner that I had abandoned because it does have 52 GSM Tomoe River white paper, like the new Sanzen paper. So I thought I would swatch on both of them, and that way we can kind of compare inks and paper as we go. All right, that's the intro. Let's get into having some fun. So before I get into swatching, I just wanted to say that I did a little bit of research and where the heck this ink came from, and apparently, you guys may already know this, but it was news to me, so I'm going to share it. That it was part of Ferris Wheel Press's Curious Collaboration series, where they did a collab with, Fête Chinoise. I'm pretty sure, I'll put it on the screen, but I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. For Lunar New Year in 2022, which was the year of the tiger or water tiger. Not sure on the specifics there. I know that this year's the year of the snake and last year was the year of the dragon. So anyway, so that Fête Chinoise means Chinese festival or celebration. And it's actually an organization in Canada that seeks to strengthen Chinese culture, which I thought was really cool. They do things like online magazines, print magazines, cultural events. And I guess in 2022, they did a collab with Ferris Wheel Press and made some inks. This, I guess, also had kind of a sister or twin ink with it too, where it was gold with silver shimmer. Gold? No. Try again. Green with silver shimmer. But this is the one that I like so much. Okay, I think we might do some music here. That way I can get it all swatched up, and then we can look at it, because you guys know me. I cannot talk and write, apparently. So I really need to work on that. But I honestly, how do you work on that? How do you try to get better at that? Ugh, whatever. All right, let me cue the music. Okay, now the moment we've been waiting for, looking at Sunlit Jade. I realize this is not as pretty as Karina Loves to Plan, you know, but I don't want to copy anybody, so I'm just doing my own thing, and it, I don't know, kind of, this one looks better than this one, I think, maybe because it's just a smaller page. I'll figure out a better way to do this in the future, maybe. Okay, so this is the little baby vial of Sunlit Jade that I have. It's so interesting with this Cosmo Airlight paper, how it just absorbs so fast, and this one is still wet. Also, do you like this drop of this water? I mean, it wouldn't be a video of mine if I didn't screw something up pretty rough, so whatever. All right, there's so little in here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Come on, buddy. All right, let's do this one. I'm gonna do it like this, and then I'll write it in the middle. You guys might think, what's all this hoopla about? It's just a green ink. And I know that. Logically, I know that. But I don't know if it's the combination of limited availability or the fact that I just really freaking like this color. It's just like the perfect green with the perfect gold shimmer. Like, it's like a leafy green. It reminds me of summertime. And the gold is like perfect. It's not like a super bright gold. It's not one of those bronzy golds. I'm aware I sound like a lunatic. That's, you know, whatever. Oh my God, this is so difficult. Get on the, I just know I'm gonna end up dumping this whole thing. All right, let's see. So bad. Oh my gosh. This thing is so hard to write on anymore because it's just so yuck. Ugh. I think I need to retire it. It's just hard for me. Like, I know that people make videos. They do their Tichokagi and they're like, oh, I'm no longer writing in this journal and I gave up this thing. And it's just like really hard for me to, I know I should because I'm getting frustrated with it, but like, I think it's because I went through so many journals last year when I was trying to figure out what the heck I was doing that it makes me so hesitant to do that with this. But like, this is ridiculous. Anyway, okay, so let's take a look. I think we rule out both of the new ones immediately. These are the two new ones, this Gilded Ivy from Fountain Pen Revolution and this Van Diemen's Liquid Luck. However, these two are like really good dupes for each other. They are so incredibly similar and they both have like a red sheen to them as well. But they are so close to each other. And then if the gold was a little bit different tone between these two, this is more a feel to me, it comes off as more of like a coppery gold than this bright gold, but these would be identical. But you see how different they are in writing. This is so much darker in writing than this one. So that's weird. And then this one is from the 2024 Ink Vent calendar, so they haven't come out with the full-size bottles yet, but I thought I'd throw this one in there. This one's really interesting too because it's one of their chameleon inks. So it's like blue and silver and green, gold. It's so crazy looking, but it's so cool. And then this is Golden Ivy, which is very similar to here, but has more of like a teal background to it. Yeah, so let's take a quick close-up. They're almost dry. Let's take a quick close-up. Okay, let's start with the least exciting paper, the Cosmo Air, because it just absorbs stuff. You don't get any of the shine to it. I mean, you do see properties, but I apologize if this is blurry at all. My phone doesn't want to sync to my computer anymore. so I have a really hard time placing things. But that's okay, because I have a fancy new camera on the way, and it's going to be awesome. As soon as I figure it out. As soon as it gets here. I don't know. Everything's new all the time. All right, and then this one, I bet you I can just fold this around. That's one of the things that I loved about this. I really wish this planner had worked out for me. Whatever. Okay, so here's that golden Oasis. Actually, let's use this paper to like just really dig in and take a good close look. So the golden Oasis compared to Sunlit Jade, it is too light, but the gold is the same. The shimmer is the same. And then the Birds of a Feather, the swatches look super similar, but the writing is like a little bit darker. But it is very close in the writing. And then this pine needle actually has more of kind of a an olivey sort of undertone to it. And then this is the one that's the chameleon, where hopefully you're catching like the blue shimmer thing that's going on. Is really cool. But this doesn't match the same undertone. And then the golden ivy is just, it's out. It's like teal. But like these three are so similar. Especially these two. This one is like a darker, I'm running out of words to describe greens. So this one to me is like a darker green black. This one is more of like a deep green. But you can see, especially when you're tilted and you're looking at the shimmers, they are so incredibly similar. All right, so there isn't a exact dupe. There are, well, I'll say there is a close one. To me, this elegant peacock train is the closest. Although a lot of people online will point you right to Golden Oasis and Golden Ivy, but I don't, they're just not in the same. This is definitely closer to me. Okay, but if you remember at the beginning of this video, I said it's not going to end exactly like you would think. And that's because my bestie, who knows how much I love this ink and is actually the one that gave me this little crack rock vial size sample of it, had the full bottle. Well, almost a full bottle. And she has gifted it to me, which she's probably honestly tired of me complaining about not being able to find a dupe for this thing. Is just like, take the ink. And I fought it for a long time because, you know, it is incredibly hard to get now, but she insisted and I really wanted it, so I'm not gonna say no. I mean, I did say no for a long time, but I guess I'm done saying no. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so in my opinion, there's still no perfect dupe out there. This Elegant Peacock Train to me is probably the closest, but it still doesn't have the right tone in the writing. I'm going to keep my eyes out because, I mean, eventually this is going to be gone, and I do want another one that's like this. So I'll definitely keep my eyes out for a dupe, but you know what? Let me know in the comments if you know of a green that might be a dupe for this, or if you've ever lost your favorite ink because it got discontinued, and what did you do? All right. Thanks for joining me on this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Or shown as possible dupes on other websites like I mentioned one in the first place. Good job.